people out at Over the Counters patio. Awesome. We're waiting for the light to change for us to cross High Street at Selby so I can walk north along High Street on the west side so we can look at that part that's quite a bit tricky. So High Street here is 35 miles per hour. Right away is all the responsibility of Worthington right here, but this side of the street, Worthington ends pretty quickly. It does extend all the way to Cemetery Drive down on the west side. We're looking to cross the street and head north on the east side. We can, on the west side rather. We're on the east side right now. We're going to cross over because we still have this, and then we're going to cross over. Looks like they just blew a red light, but we're going to cross over now and walk north up High Street. So we got a hydrant in our right of way. We do have a large sidewalk in front of Key Bank. Thank you, Key Bank. It'd be nice if the grass and trees were on the street side and not the sidewalk side, but I understand at the moment, which everything can change. There's lots of incremental change that can happen. At the moment, we have the rest of the public right-of-way sidewalk connection right here. We have the seasonal Darby Creek landscaping plans. You can come get your Father's Day gift before tomorrow. There's some people shopping right now. Looks like there's some good sales. Good time to come. St. Michael's across the street. Talk about back behind there is buildable land. Most of it's zoned for residential, but that could change at some time. Anything could change. It's just a matter of will and politics. What people are willing to do. We have a little bit of a issue there, but mostly for cars. The sidewalk looks like it needs some love right here and up ahead. We have Rush Creek that runs underneath right there over that way. We just passed. It goes straight through the cemetery and Rush Run Nature Preserve. So this is a little troublesome. Be good if that was fixed. It looks like a car hit it. Have sidewalk grass encroaching on here. So sidewalk's really close to the road. Cars are allowed to go the posted speed limit of 35 miles an hour. We have this drop off here with not a lot of vegetation or guardrails, and in this little spot it goes down pretty quick. And we have just a little 4-foot sidewalk with us. It continues for a while. So that just goes straight off. Kind of scary here. That just goes straight off. Guess you just have to walk quickly. We have a biker who obviously feels safer on the sidewalk than on the road, but I don't blame them. With cars going 35 plus, I wouldn't want to be on the road either, although you're allowed to be as a vehicle. You're a slow-moving vehicle, slower with a lot less momentum because you have a lot less weight and usually speed, which means if you get hit, more than likely you're the one who's going to be going to the hospital. So we have this retaining wall that could use some love and encroaching in our public right of way here, vegetation, and we have 35-mile-an-hour cars. It doesn't take that long to walk up High Street. We're looking about a half mile from Selby to South Street. We'll see how this right of way changes and where we see people at. So we saw one person on a bike on the sidewalk, and maybe we'll see someone walking, maybe, I don't know. We do have some houses, we have some apartments. Looks like someone's going home right now in their car. But, yeah, it's a nice day outside. We'll see if we can see anyone. We have, once again, maybe, so a 3-foot sidewalk, maybe a 2.5, 3 foot. So we have a 4-foot sidewalk and maybe 2 feet, 3 feet grass before we get to the street. For our public right of way, we have signs. We're really close near our edge for walking. Definitely not enough room for street trees in this tree lawn. Might make it a nicer walk. But we're walking north along High Street on the west side from Selby to South Street. We're approaching River Glen. On the west here is the village of Riverly. Here in Ohio, when you get more than 3,000 people, you can become a town, city. So that happened for Worthington when it annexed Colonial Hills in the 50s. Colonial Hills was actually a bit bigger in population than the rest of Worthington. And then we had, then we became a city. So then we have apartments here, but then we have some businesses and businesses. If we get the little jog and our sidewalk here that brings us closer to the road, that makes you feel a little bit more uncomfortable with these cars that are allowed to go 35. I should see what happens if we get a stealth stat out here, but how fast rich people really do go down High Street. So this will probably be one of the last times that I film going this side of High Street, walking north until we get to the winter and see how people do with snow removal. There are different means and methods for maintaining public right-of-way. Some cities do have, municipalities take care of everything from the public right-of-way, the streets and the sidewalks and any multi-use path, including snow removal. That's not the case for Worthington. The property owners are responsible for maintaining their sidewalk, making sure that it's within ADA compliance, doesn't have anything on a level difference of more than a 1/4 inch, and they have to remove their snow within 24 hours of the end of the snowfall. But it doesn't always happen. We're supposed to, this is unfortunate. I don't even know that that really is being used. It'd be great if we could get rid of that pole. For her funeral home. It's been there for a while. We're approaching Old Worthington, which starts at South Street here. We're still super close to the street. We got cars coming from 25 from Old Worthington to 35 mile per hour, so once they reach those lights, and they definitely take advantage of it. I do see one person walking up ahead, which is awesome, in Old Worthington. Getting to a bigger sidewalk here, having the tree lawn there, it really helps out. So I'm going to start a different walking tour after that, but thanks for coming up from Selby to South Street looking for people. Found one riding the bike and one walking, but that looks pretty inviting down there.